The Hidden Blade is back in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but the new one is a bit different than the usual Hidden Blades of the other games in the Assassin's Creed series. Excluding Odyssey, because the Hidden Blade doesn't even exist in that game, except in that one crappy DLC that we do not talk about. I think that every Assassin's Creed fan is delighted that the Hidden Blade is finally back. But of course, is Assassin's Creed really Assassin's Creed without the Hidden Blade? Ivor's hidden blade is not very well hidden if you look at the trailers. It seems that he likes to show it off a bit. I want to go deeper and to try to decipher what this means about Eivor and his journey in the plot of Valhalla. We already know that Eivor gets the hidden blade from the assassins at one point in the story, as confirmed by the creative director Ashraf Ismail in the cinematic trailer breakdown of Valhalla. Why he wears it upside down is also explained by Ashraf.
But in our journey, Eivor does meet with assassins. Now, Eivor doesn't necessarily know what that means, but there is some kind of common ground that they have, and this is something that Eivor. These are people that Eivor will work with, and at some point, Eivor does receive a hidden blade. So that's something that happens in the journey quite early on. Again, we don't want to get into any spoiler territory or explain why the connection is there, but it is something that's very significant and important to the journey of this game. And so when Eivor receives this hidden blade, Eivor puts it on and believes that this is such a kick-ass weapon that why would you want to hide it from your enemies?
But I think this is a major plot point within the story that not a lot of people are realizing at this time. As we know from older entries, that by having the hidden blade, you are basically committing yourself towards the assassin order. We can clearly see this with Altair and Bayek, both sacrificing their ring fingers so that they can use the blade in a sense. This was their ritual to becoming an assassin. While the marketing for Valhalla does not show it at all, I believe that at some point in the story, Eivor will wear the hidden blade the correct way, just like the other assassins in the previous games. By going through the same ritual as Bayek and Altair before him, sacrificing his ring finger to commit himself to the creed. This could be at the stage where Eivor actually joins the assassins and is fully committed within the order. It seems that the marketing of this game is heavily focused on the early parts of the game, in order not to spoil any plot lines by focusing more on the Viking fantasy aspects. We already know that this game will be more Assassin's Creed orientated, and by Eivor finally committing himself towards the Assassin's Creed by sacrificing his ring finger and using the hidden blade the original way, could be a pivotal point in Eivor's journey. Just like Edward finally joining the assassins in Black Flag, which was such a change in his character as well. There is speculation that the Hidden Blade will be fully customizable in this game, which would be an extremely welcome addition towards the franchise. In Origins, we could change the appearance of the Hidden Blade by upgrading it. Maybe this feature will return, but in a more customizable way, where you still need to gather materials to upgrade your blade, but you can decide how the blade and guard looks like. At this stage, we can customize almost all of Eivor, from his tattoos to whether or not he will be wearing a cloak or hood. Imagine if the good old days from AC2 comes back and we are able to fight with just a hidden blade in combat. I don't think that it is such a tall order to have a fully customizable hidden blade in an RPG like Valhalla. I for one do not mind this positioning of the blade at all, but I would prefer it in the original way of the older titles in the franchise. I would rather not want to feel like the Predator when playing as a Viking. If not, and the blade stays this way for the entirety of the game, I will also be satisfied, just because we are able to use the Hidden Blade in an Assassin's Creed game again. What do you think about Eivor's Hidden Blade being in the position that it is? And what do you think about this theory? What side do you prefer the Hidden Blade to be upon?